All right, what's going on, everybody? So I was just sitting around, I was thinking, and something kind of came to me, right? I was thinking that age-old question, like, how they say, like, who am I? Or who are you? And it's a lot of different answers you can give. And whatever answer you give is you, the individual. It's your world. Literally, it's your world. Never take a man's word for anything. Whatever you say it is, it is. Now, me, I'm like, okay, you just like a combination of everything that you're aware of. Like know thyself, for instance. Well, it's a lot of selves. It's a lot of planes that we're on. The mental self, physical self, you know what I mean? The spiritual self, just all the selves, the aura, just all of that, right? But what I was, what came to me, and it's real simple. It's real simple, but at the same time, it's real deep, right? I was thinking the one thing that like holds all these planes of existence together is the breath. The breath of what? Life. The breath of life, right? Let me explain what I mean. When we stop breathing, we're what? We're dead. So literally, God has the first say and the last say, the beginning and the end. That only God knows. It's God's word because it's truly God's world. Now, that's something that I'm aware of. You might disagree. It's your world, as I said earlier. But the reason I'm bringing the breath of life up is when you meditate, right? I mean, when you are able to just kind of block out all those thoughts and really tap in. I don't know if you ever been there, but it's possible. Or when you sleep, you ever hear how they compare or read or, how they compare being asleep to like being dead. The only thing up is like your subconscious. But when you're asleep, you're still breathing. Now is where I'm getting to it. Now it's going to get, because I want to make this a short. So let me get right to it, actually. Let me stop joking. So in Revelation, when it says John fell on his knees as sleep, Revelation, things being revealed. As sleep. He fell on his knees as sleep. In the Lost Gospel of Thomas, it says, seek the living one while you are alive, unless you die and can't see him. Not going to know you. The breath of life, y'all. That's the thing that keeps all this together. You ever hear that old saying? It's like, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Give you like a whole nother meaning of really knowing the word. What was God so loved the world, he sent his only son, Christ, the word made flesh, like bread, the bread of life. Meaning, you know how they call money bread? When the devil tempted Jesus, Jesus told him, he said, well, a man can't live on bread alone. So that's like, what is it, to gain a whole world? Meaning you can't live off that. You might be happy, people might look up to you, but you still, and hey, it didn't say if you have all of it that you are dead. So, hey, get it. But it's just saying you can't truly live on bread alone. And then they call Christ what? The bread of life. The eternal things are what? The things you can't see. So if you don't get where I'm going, let me go ahead and get there. We really was bought with a price. The wages of sin really is death. But until you really just remember, no matter, we're sinners. So we can't abide by these laws, which are the principles, the gatekeepers of each plane of life. It's gatekeepers. Now, the physical, some you can see, some you can't. Principalities. What we wrestle against, not against flesh and blood. Man, we low tier, right? But the master key, the I am, the word that won't return void. It won't return void. So when you truly have faith that God gave his word, where are you going tomorrow? I have faith. I don't know. When are you going to take your last breath? a lot of questions that, what they call prophets, like they call false prophets, prophets of the world. Again, like in Revelation, it says, I shall tell my prophets. So there are no prophets of the world. Now, are there people who could possibly say things and make them happen? Now, I'm not no conspiracy theorist. I'm just saying, possibly. If I was asked, yeah, probably. But do I feel that anyone knows the future? No. No. Just I am. I'm aware. I'm what I'm aware of, right? And when you're aware of, it's something, the Alpha and the Omega. It's something. Look, it's like God is the beginning, God is the end. We're now. The word is what? Then, now, and forever. You see how that changed? The Alpha and Omega. So that means God got us. Where we came from and where we're going when we truly remember and believe it. In truth, in spirit and in truth. But the word, see, the Alpha and Omega got us. But the word is now. That's the correlation. It's then, it's now, which is our gift, and it's forever. So when we take our last breath, whenever that is, we simply giving it right back to the atmosphere. Think about it. That's the atmosphere everywhere. Every existence going right back to the Father. The breath of life. I knew you before you was in your mother's womb. In the beginning, breathed what? Spoken, gave the word, let there be. That's one creation. Also, breathed the breath of life. That's another creation. That speaks of two planes. But I'm not going to get deep. Anyway, this won't be a short no more. But shalom anyway. Love y'all.